The hell are you supposed to be?
I'm vengeance.
What's up, guys? What's up? AW Airward. Welcome to X-Men 97 Season 1, Episode 6 and 7 Spoiler Review. Where we go over the latest 2 episodes of X-Men 6 and 7. We're almost done with the first season with 3 more episodes to go. I have not seen the 7th episode, so will not be talking about. I'll plan to see it later tonight. Just want to get the stream out of the way, get this out of the way first before I watch it. And I'll be doing the last 3 episode spoiler reviews, episode 8, 9, and 10. 8, 9, and 10. I'll be doing that 8, 9, and 10 all in one day. So the week, 2 weeks, it'll be the next episode of this, because it's the next 3 episodes are intertwined with each other. Okay. All right. So if you haven't seen the episodes and you care about spoilers, this is not the stream for you. If you don't care, this is a stream for you. Okay. Okay. All right. Episode 6 was Episode 6 was kind of a 2-parter. All right, 2-parter episode. We finally get to see where, if you want to know, Professor Xavier is not dead. Professor Xavier is actually alive. With the Shree Empire, and we get a taste of a war between the Shi'ar and the Kree. You know, famous for the Marvel movies, right? The Kree, and we get to see that from the first Guardians movie. If you remember from the first Guardians movie, Ronan and Accuser, and in this episode 6. Degrassi. All right. And we see that there's a war between the Shi'ar and the Kree. Ronan the Accuser is there, right? Also, we see the Empress, her sister is kind of leading the charge against the Kree, has them defeated. The Empress wants an engagement to Professor Xavier, right? Right? Okay. And there's infighting between Josh Brolin. Every time there's infighting in the Kree Empire, the sister in Leandra. Leandra's one who wants to get engaged to Xavier. Make Xavier as the Emperor and Empress. Deathbird, who is the sister of Leandra, challenges Xavier to purge all of his memories of Earth to prove his loyalty, right? She doesn't trust Xavier. Is he loyal to Earth or to the Empire? Is he willing to give all that up for the Empire? Okay. All right. And this causes an issue. There was a fight going on, and Xavier's like, enough. So he uses his abilities, his telekinetic powers, his psychic powers, to pull him into an astral plane to educate them on coexisting, right? Being able to pierce differences aside, be able to come to some sort of a agreement, some sort of a mending, some sort of a, like how he does on Earth. Like, how he feels about mutants and humans on Earth. He wants them to coexist, right? That's what he wants. Okay? Unfortunately, and as he was doing his lesson, it gets interrupted by Gambit's a psychovisual Gambit's death. As you know, in the previous episode, Gambit dies, right? That Gambit dies, sacrifices his life, right? And this creates bit of a pickle, bit of a issue for Xavier, because he kind of gave his word, but his loyalty is always going to be to the X-Men and Earth, and he decides to return to Earth. He told Leandra that he's sorry, but he has to go back to Earth. He has to go back to his X-Men. Something bad is happening. Terrible is happening on Earth for mutants and human-like. Something is bad happening. And we're going to get to the villain. Obviously, there's a huge villain. Spoiler in episode 7. We're going to get to that. So that's it. So Xavier's coming back to Earth. We know he's not dead. Everybody thinks on Earth thinks he's dead. Oh, yeah, I agree. Everybody thinks Xavier's dead, but we know he's not dead, right? Because if you've seen the X-Men 92, we know he's not dead. I said this, and Degrassi said it so many times that Xavier's not dead. The Earth, people of Earth think he's dead. Mutants and human-like think he's dead. But he's not dead. He's coming back to Earth. And, okay? We know that, right? The other part of the episode is Storm. Storm has to find herself again, build confidence in herself again, get her powers back. And I got a stupid text. All right, whatever. And he is not alone. Yeah. He is not alone. It's Storm. All right. I got a text. Not Storm. Storm did not get a text. I got a text. Okay. Remember, she's back at Forge's ranch dealing with the demon that's there. Remember, there's a demon they were dealing with the first part of that Storm's arc. Okay. All right. And she's aware of what happened. She's aware of what happened at Genosa, because she watched it on the news, obviously, right? And they have to some way to get rid of this demon, to expel it, to, I guess, exorcise it, an exorcist, right? And so Forge, I guess Forge's mother was a witch, maybe a witch or some sort, because they find a spell book as mother had, and expels the demon whose name is Adversary. And Storm helps him search for a rare cactus that can cure poison. As you remember in the previous part 1 of that part, he was poisoned. I remember that. So they have to find a cure. And the certain cactus had the ingredients, the healing ability, the healing power, the healing remedy to cure the poison, otherwise he's done for. So Storm does find the cactus in the cave, right? But the Adversary, just because she was expelled, doesn't mean Adversary is gone. I guess it's not technically an exorcism because actually did not go back to hell, I guess. But this is a thing, though. The only way to defeat this, the only way for her to defeat the Adversary, was to being confident to find herself again. Because remember, when she lost her power, she was lost. She felt like she's not who she is anymore because of her ability, right? She's the weather witch, be able to control the elements, the weather, right? And without that, she feels lost, right? Naked, right? And Forge is there to try to, when Forge met up with her in the bar, Forge is there to help her along and believe in herself, okay? But she was in this cave. And by herself this time. No Forge is there Forge is not there to give her hope or confidence, right? She has to find herself because she's alone this time. Now and she does. She overcomes her fears and she regains her powers and she defeats the adversary. And she has a new costume, a new storm costume. It's not white, not a typical white color. You know, the white where she's dressed in white. It's black, and she has the long hair again, the long white hair, but this time it's white long hair and black, in a black costume, black, right? So it's not the right. It's not the storm we're used to from the early show. And this is where she heals Storm. She heals Forge, and they find out they learned an attack on Genosha with that set Master Mold Sentinel. And at the end, we see that Trask is confronted by Mr. Sinister, who tells him that Genosha was just the beginning. All right. And as you know, Trask is very well known for creating the Sentinels. And later on, there's Sinister is not acting alone. Good question. Where's Mystique? That's a good question. She's not acting alone, Mr. Sinister. That he's not really the one manipulating the whole Genosha thing. He's aligned with someone who is the reason behind everything, and we'll find out in the next episode because the main villain of the first season was revealed in the next episode, and we're gonna get to the next episode, and I don't think, and I wish I had people on who can make this a longer stream. Because this episode's really, really good. Episode 7. And we get to a point in episode 7 where the X-Men grieve Gambit's death, right? They hold a funeral. Nightcrawler, Nightcrawler is very religious, says performs the services, right? Performs the service, eulogy for Gambit. Rogue is not there because people grieve in their own different way, right? Rogue was pissed off, upset. She's attacking military bases, all that stuff. Want to know what happened? She's grieving. Her sensibility, her senses weren't all there, and we find out that Thunderbolt Ross. Well, I wouldn't call him. Ross. Ross is there. The Hawk's Betty Ross's father, and she gives she's looking for two guys who were instrumental in creating the Sentinels. Okay, that's Trask, and Guy. I don't know. And Trask. Just that Trask was played by not initial, but Trask was played by Peter Dinklage in Days of Future Past. But that's nothing to do with the show. It's a little history lesson there that you all know. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, see guys, you could tweet on you could reply on Twitter. Just to let you know. So do it. All right. And they give locations for Rogue in the north, and there was somebody else. There's somebody else she went into, and it was Captain America. As it spoiled about a week before, Captain America was going to appear in X-Men, right? It's nothing new. The Avengers are around the X-Men. It's Spider-Man's an X-Men, all this other stuff, all these other Marvel characters are in X-Men. Okay, so it's nothing new. They're in the original '92 show. So if you haven't watched the '92 show and you're shocked to see other Marvel characters in the show, don't be, because they're in the original show, and this is okay. Just to let you all know. And the government was sending up Captain America to find out answers too, right? So they go to this little they go to this little shack, little base, and they find something that mentions OZI, right? OZI. They don't know what OZI is. What is OZI? OZI, right? OZI. And Captain America understands Rogue's grief, and Captain America says, don't do anything hasty. I'm sorry, we got to do this together. Rogue is like, no. And what Rogue does is manage to get her shield and just throw it far away where Captain America was like, oh, Rogue, come on. And they find out where, what's his name? Is it Guy Rich? There we go, Guy Rich. Now, Guy Rich in the first episode was in prison, but fortunately they're in this part. They took him out of prison, and we think they would take him to a secure location where he could for his safety. But it turns out he was in Mexico, and it looks like in a manor guarded by security, right? It's like, what, Guy Rich is free? How can this be? It's because probably from OZI. Probably that has something to do with it. OZI has turned out to be a division of the UN. Right? And yeah, okay. And Rogue wants to find answers. Guy Rich says, you can't use your mental techniques on me. And Rogue is like, I don't need to. She uses her hand, right? What I could do to humans when she touches somebody, when she touches a human with no powers, it could put them in a coma or like some sort, right? It could really do a lot of damage to them, permanent human in a coma. But he doesn't end up in a coma. Obviously. And she's looking for Trasker too. Okay. Nightcrawler was able to locate Rogue. And Rogue breaks down, and Nightcrawler and Rogue have a bit of a connection in the show. It's because Nightcrawler's mother is Mystique, Raven Darkholme, right? Mystique, yes. Nightcrawler's mother is with Mystique, show and comics. Rogue was seen as like an adopted daughter of Mystique, right? So there's a bit of a connection there. I'm surprised Mystique is not in here. I figured Mystique would be in here, right? Now, some of the X-Men go to Genosha and they see the damaged Genosha and bring in aid, pick up the debris, look for any mutants that they can't find under rocks, under bricks, under buildings, whatever they can't find. Apparently, a psychic being was around, right? A psychic mutant. Scott's first thought was it would be Madame Pryor because of the connection to Nathan, but it turns out to be Emma Frost, who in the show doesn't have a connection to the Cyclops, but in the comics, there's a connection between Emma Frost and Cyclops. That's in the comics, but never in the show. The best as I can remember. And then the X-Men get a call from Trask. Trask. Of all people. And they go to Madripoor. Madripoor has been portrayed in Marvel, even in Falcon Winter Soldier, as a criminal run city, right? I guess the best you can say is like Gotham. I guess you could say it's Gotham of the DC of Marvel in that sense. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Brian, I'm sorry, man. I forgot to give you the link. Okay. And before we get there, we see Gyrick on the bed with a breathing mask on, right after the coma. So he wasn't technically in a coma, right? And we see let me put the picture up. It's in my background. We finally see. Let me just put it as a picture. Let me find the picture. We finally see who is the one behind everything, who's scheming everything, who's responsible for the destruction of Genosa. And we find this character named Bastion. Okay. He kills Gyrick by suffocating him. Okay. By suffocating him. Okay. And now we get to Madripoor, and you see the X-Men Trask hanging outside the window, hanging on, basically threatening suicide. We kind of actually expressing guilt and fear, because he's realized he's gone too far, especially with this villain that's behind everything. This villain, who is the head of OZI. Is it OZI? OZI. This villain he doesn't mention. Like this, right? And Rogue asks him, if you want to come with redemption, tell me about it. And he says, I can't tell you anymore. And she basically her grief, she throws him off the roof. And I throws him off the roof to kill him. I think honestly, I think Bastion wanted that to happen. I think Bastion wanted Trask to die. Obviously, because all of a sudden Trask all of a sudden turns into a Sentinel, a human-like Sentinel, right? Because the OZI turns out to be a division creating, developing high advanced Sentinel programs, and it looks like it's gonna be human / Sentinel. And yes, so Trask turns into a human Sentinel hybrid, which, oh man, the X-Men were having trouble with. And it's kind of like DC's OMAX. Not as, because in DC, the OMAX were humans. If you remember when Brother Eye did all that, the OMAX are humans, right? They turn humans into these robot-like machines, right? Controlled by Brother Eye to attack metahumans. Kind of like that. That's basically, Sentinels are like, the OMAX and Sentinels basically have the same function. One's DC, one's Marvel, right? Okay? Basically the same program in that sense. Okay? So they were having trouble with the Sentinel hybrid of Trask. Okay? Love trouble with Trask. Okay? The Trask Sentinel. And they managed to defeat it because Cable from the future deactivates Trask with an EMP grenade. A grenade that's able to deactivate the Hybrid Sentinel. And then it reveals that Mr. Sinister is working with a greater threat, which is Bastion. Okay, and Mr. Bastion and Sinister, while they have a partnership, you can tell it's very strained, and Sinister doesn't completely trust Bastion. At the end of the episode, we see that we think Magneto's dead, but it turns out Magneto's alive. And captured by Bastion. And yeah, that's just the end of the episode. Okay, that's the end of the episode. And I did not see today's episode. Okay. And now, yeah, so Bastion might be the most dangerous threat to mutants. Okay. Okay. Because he's really insane, messed up. All right. Messed up. And so now I don't know much about Bastion, but I can clearly tell from this he's a huge threat to the peace between humans and mutants. He destroys that that goodwill between the two species, right? Because of his hatred towards mutants. Now I'm gonna click on Bastion's profile, and now I don't know if Degrassi is still in the chat, but he might know more about Bastion. Now Bastion hates mutants. Let's just get that out of the way. Hates mutants. He worked in the government and it's part of a division by the U.S. government where the creates an international task force, mutant task force, called Operations Zero Tolerance, OZT. OZT. All right. So he's someone you don't want to mess with. Okay. He wants to destroy no. He wants to enslave mutants and create a war enslaved mutants, right? He's yes. The thing is, if you've seen the previous X-Men shows, right? The government that did not trust mutants, they didn't go on genociding them. They weren't about genociding them. They weren't about killing them. They were about policing them and stuff. Policing them. But they weren't all about genociding them. All right? Bastion just wants to genocide them. He just wants to kill them all. I'll say this. He's basically the opposite of Magneto, the human version of Magneto. Okay? In that sense, the human version of Magneto. Okay? When Magneto just wants to basically destroy humanity. He's the opposite of Magneto in that sense. A very radicalized human who basically wants to destroy all of mutants or just basically enslave them and stuff. Right? In the previous 92 show, the government wasn't about, yes, there was bigotry, ignorance, stuff like that towards mutant kinds, but there were still laws in some way, and they still imprisoned them and stuff, but they didn't go out killing them, right? Trask wasn't. They just wanted to police them, right? Ozzy, this guy wants to. What? This guy is not about that. This guy is legitimately nuts, scary, dangerous. Okay. Right? He doesn't want to basically want them always right, but he wants to enslave them too, which is bad. And what he's doing is basically creating human Sentinels, which right Degrassi basically is the Omax from DC, kind of like the Omax from DC. Human Sentinels, which is taking it too far, right? It's taking it too far, right? Obviously. It's Prime Sentinels. Yeah, which is the Omax from DC. The Sentinels and the Omax are basically the same thing. Prime Sentinels. And there's going to be an army of them. Army of them. A freaking army of them. Of Sentinels. Okay? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, the Sentinels were first, right? The Omax, that was, I don't know, 20 years ago, maybe 20, 25 years ago. Yeah, Sentinel stuff was way before. But yeah, and this guy has a really dark past in the comics. And in the show, it sounds like he has a dark past too. And from what I know, Magneto relapses. And you actually brought up a good point. Where is Mystique? Where is Mystique? That's a good point. That's a good point. And so I like the episodes. Yeah, original Omac. Yeah, 1970s. Yeah, that's true. So I really like these episodes. These two episodes. I know Blind really like the second episode, the seventh episode. The next three episodes are all three-parters. Like I said, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna do a stream on. I'm gonna do a stream on the last three episodes. And not today, not tomorrow, but in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, when the season finale comes out, I'll be doing that. Because they're all called 8, 9, 10 are all part of the same arc. Tolerance of Extinction. Okay? But the thing is, in my stream, I really don't want to end my stream now. It's so short. 33 minutes. I'm checking my phone. It's really, really short. I don't want to end my stream now. So check out these episodes. Check out the show. If you want to get all caught up, do it now. Do it now, because you will get lost. But do it now. Yep, he also created Sentinels. Yeah. So do it now to catch up. Okay. You see. All right. Now but I don't want to really. I don't really want to end the stream right now. So I'll continue talking X-Men stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna let you know an update on something. Then I talk more. All right. I pre-ordered from GameStop. Wolverine Funkos, because if you don't know, Wolverine. This is the 50th year anniversary since the creation of Wolverine. Okay, 50 years of Wolverine. Today's 1974. 50 years of Wolverine. Okay, and that's why Deadpool and Wolverine are coming out this year. To celebrate the 50 years of Wolverine. Okay, so I'm getting that. I'm also getting another Marvel coffee mug. Not another Marvel mug. I don't have a Marvel coffee mug, but I'm getting one. I have a Joker and Batman coffee mug. And here's a funny thing. I'm getting a Deadpool pillow. A Deadpool pillow. Yes, Deadpool pillow. Okay, yeah. Also, maybe I'll just talk some pop culture stuff. Maybe I just want to get off my mind because I haven't done a Let's Talk Pop in a while, which I plan to do. I plan to do Let's Talk Pop, but I also plan to make some videos back on this channel. That and my sports and wrestling channel. Plan to get back into making videos and more streams. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm trying to. I just need the energy to. I mean, I, my sports and wrestling channel. I have a little bit more care for right now, but I'm gonna try. Okay, I'm gonna try for this channel. Uh, but I guess I'll talk some pop culture stuff. Um, okay, so Margot Robbie. I don't know what this movie is. Evelyn, comic book character, yeah, but I looked at the Wikipedia page last night of this character. This character barely has any information on her. Any information. Barely anything there about her. And they decided to make a movie. They're going to make a movie on this character. Now, it's really maybe Onslaught. Maybe I think it's possible that Onslaught might be created at the end of this season and be teased for next season. Like we might get Onslaught here, but we'll see Onslaught more in the second season, more in the second season. Like that's how I would do Onslaught. But this Margot Robbie movie. Yeah, the thing is, I never heard this character, but Degrassi, I've heard of this character. This character is more common than that character, and look, Vampire had a movie, and I bet you most of the people in our community don't know that Vampire had a movie. It was played by the actress in Mortal Kombat. She played Vampirella. Okay, not very good, but Vampire had a movie. But I still rather you see a remake of Vampire. And I know people are gonna complain because of the outfit Vampire wears, right? Oh, the so-called the sensitive people, those kind of people that are right. You can't make a Vampire movie because of the kind of outfit she wears, right? See, also, if I had another female character, I would do Witchblade, Sarah Pansini, over this character. Okay. Okay. Witchblade. I those things they're doing. They might be doing what's it called? Barbed Wire again? Is that what it's called? The Pamela Anderson movie. They might be doing a remake of that. Okay. I just don't know why. This character really has nothing there. I can think of two reasons why they're doing this character, this movie. A. Margot Robbie must be one of the few people that read this comic book character and is a big fan. And Olivia Wilde must be a big fan too, because I I don't know what's up with Olivia Wilde right now. All right, because I don't know if it's officially canceled, but I'm gonna lean towards this. It's gonna be canceled. But is there Spider Woman still on the radar, or is it like done? I think it's canceled. I think a Spider Woman movie is canceled, and the Spider Woman movie is Jessica Drew, right? It was supposed to be based on Jessica Drew. I think that movie is. I don't think it's happening. I don't think they're gonna do Jessica Drew. Okay, I don't. I don't know if I can update it. I really don't think they're gonna do Jessica Drew. Mm. Also, I'm looking at the stuff. Also, this rock stuff. This rock piece that came from Variety. I think it was Variety. No, the rap. My God, the rap. The rap. All right, the rap. And by the way, Degrassi, I do think we might see Angela in the MCU very soon. I think she'll be in the MCU very soon. Angela. We'll see. Okay. Also, the rap. Yeah. Yeah. Greed. Greed. Oh yeah, and Angela, if in the comics, if you guys don't know, Angela really was originally an Image character, but get was it Neil? Is it Neil Gaiman, right? Neil Gaiman came up with the character, right, Angela? And if you know Image, they really don't own the rights to the characters. It's actually the art or the writer herself that has has ownership over the character. And that was a whole debate between them. That's what Neil Gaiman and Image. That's why he was able to move Angela. He sold Angela over to Marvel. Now Marvel owns Angela and another character from Image. Technically, Todd McFarlane could sell Spawn to Marvel or DC if he wanted to, but he's not doing it. Todd McFarlane is never going to give Spawn to Marvel or DC for full control. You know that's a fact. But yeah, but Angela was originally an Image character, was an angel, and then when she became Marvel's property, she was she's the brother of Thor and Loki. They made her brother, the sister of Loki and Thor, and they made her also part of the Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, also, Chris Hemsworth, speaking of Thor, he did take ownership on the not so well received Thor: Love and Thunder. He took ownership, took blame on that. I don't blame him per se. I would blame Taika Waititi because I really don't think Taika Waititi takes the Thor movie seriously. Okay, I think he just sees this movie, and he says how funny it's fun. You know what? I'm just gonna make this Marvel movie. I'm gonna do my thing and make it fun. Oh, really? Miracle Man. Yes, that's the character too. Yeah. Thank you. Also, Miracle Man, I think was originally named was Man of Miracles. and then he changed it in Marvel. But I think Taika Waititi just looked at that. You know what? I'm just gonna have fun with this character. I'm not gonna know anything. I'm gonna just have fun with this property. Okay. I really don't blame Chris Hemsworth there, per se. I agree. I admit I applaud him for taking ownership. But if he's planning to come back for Thor 5, which I think he will, Taika Waititi cannot be the director. Taika Waititi cannot be the director. Look, I don't mind Thor being funny and all of that, right? I just don't. But the problem with Thor: Love and Thunder, in my opinion, too much humor and stuff that shouldn't, and in situations, certain scenes that should not humor shouldn't be in. Okay. And Thor: Love and Thunder were trying to make you sympathetic to the movie because there's a lot of storytelling in that movie where if you feel sympathetic to certain characters like Jane, even Thor, they're trying to make you very sympathetic. Even Gore, but the problem was the writing and it's in the dialogue. Yeah, and that movie made money, no doubt about it. That movie made money. Yeah, yes. You're right. Okay. But I do not blame. I don't know. I don't blame Chris Hemsworth here. I don't think it's Chris Hemsworth's fault. This, if they could plan to do a Thor 5, they okay. Maybe it's a better choice because Percy Jackson season 1 was pretty good. They need to move on Taika Waititi. There's what's going to be needed. Okay. Also, what else is there? Yeah, that's true. Ah, I don't know what else. No, okay. I'm just reading Gross. Gross. Old news memory hole. Who said that? Oh yeah, that's you, Degrassi. I know the show makes the whole MCU look really really bad. I know it's horrible. It's horrible. I mean, no, I mean they should be proud, but they should also be a little disgusted. it's it's the highest rated MCU project, I think, or at least Marvel Studios project. Yeah, but I think I go on for 50 minutes. I think that's long enough. I have nothing else to say. But expect more videos on this. Right? Expect more videos on my main channel and streams. Also, always expect shorts. And Same with my sports wrestling channel. Same thing. But yeah, man. Like tomorrow I'll be busy. Tomorrow I'll be busy on my sports wrestling channel. And Saturday I'll be busy. And yeah. Like, share, subscribe, comment below.